Good day, it's Mercy and I'm back again with another video. And in today's video, we are continuing with part 2 of the trend line trading, and today we are focusing on the trend line breakout strategy. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and also comment on this video so that it can reach many people. Thank you. I'm gonna explain two possible scenarios that occurs when price is moving in an uptrend or in a downtrend. So this first chart is an uptrend. As you can see, this one, it's an uptrend. Let me write here. This is an uptrend, and I'm just showing how price move in an uptrend, making high lows, high lows. So we want to see where is price likely going to break the trend line, where is price likely to violate or intersect with our trend line. As price is moving, as you can see, it's respecting our trend line. It bounces up, then it comes back to touch our trend line, then it bounces up, it comes back to touch our trend line, then it bounces up, it comes back to touch our trend line. Then when it bounces up, usually here, I have written here, you need to look for bearish reversal candlestick patterns at this point. You need to look for bearish reversal candlestick patterns. You need to look for maybe candlestick patterns like engulfing candles, shooting stars, pin bar at this position. If you see that they are bearish reversal candlestick, it means there's the likelihood that price will move down or price will break the trend line. And when price break the trend line, sometimes price breaks the trend line like here, then it continues moving down. Or sometimes after breaking the trend line, price will come back again. After breaking the trend line, price will come back again, touches the trend line, then it moves down. In such a scenario, you know that price is now moving down. So there are two scenarios. It's either price will just break the trend line and moves down, or price will break the trend line, come back to retest, then it moves downwards. Let me remove this drawing. Then suppose it's a downtrend. Suppose we are in a downtrend. Let me do this. Suppose this is our downtrend, and let me take the path so that we explain how price moves in a downtrend, In a downtrend, price, it moves like this. Price moves like this, price moves like this. As you can see, the price is respecting the trend line. The price is respecting the trend line. But what happens, there are some things we need to look at. The price is moving down, but as price reaches the trend line, it bounces down from the trend line, meaning price is coming. After reaching here, price is gonna move down. Then as the price move down at this position here, no, let me highlight with a circle. At this position here, at this position, we need to look for possible bullish reversal candlestick patterns here at this position. If you see that there are bullish reversal candlestick patterns, there's the likelihood that price will break the trend line, meaning price will let me just use another part, meaning price is likely to move and break the trend line. Like I have said, when there are two possible scenarios, sometimes when price break the trend line, it just break and continue moving up. When trading breakouts, there are a few important points that we need to take note of or that we need to look at. First, as we can see, This is the crash 300 chart, and I'm on the daily time frame. Like we have said that when you are drawing trend line, the first thing you need to connect two touch points. You need to have your two touch points which must be clear. Like here you can see. Let me try to use the. I just want to highlight the two touch points that I have here. Yeah. All right. This is the crash 300 chart, and we want to draw our trend line. So we said when you are drawing a trend line, make sure you have two touch points. So this is crash 300 on a daily time frame. So I come here, I want to draw a trend line, I touch here. So I'm going to draw my trend line. I'm going to draw my trend line like this. I'm going to draw my trend line like this. So this is my perfect trend line, and it's based on the daily time frame. So these are my touch points. These are my touch points. No, not here. Let me try to use this circle. This is my first touch point, and this is my second touch point. And this is my third touch point. I'm just highlighting this touch point so that you know that when you are drawing your trend line, like when you were explaining in our first video, we said make sure you have the first two touch points must be clear. And now we have our trend line. So I can continue highlighting my touch points, This is the other touch point. Yes. So now we have our trend line. And remember, we are trending breakout, meaning this is an uptrend. This one is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. So meaning we are looking for opportunities whereby the trend line is going to be broken and price will start moving down. Like we have said, there are a very few things that we need to look at when we are trending these breakouts. One, the most important thing, we need to look at the candles. We said after price moves up, it comes down in a downtrend. Then when it reaches the trend line, price bounces up. And we said at this point, remember when I was making those drawings, I said at this point we need to look for possible reversal candlestick patterns at this point. As you can see, if you are to look at this point, as you can see, we have a shooting star. And a shooting star is it highlights that price is likely to move down. And let's look what happened after we had this shooting star here. Price moves down and broke or violate or intersect with our trend line, and price started moving down, meaning the trend line has been broken. And we said, how do we enter after having such a scenario? We said wait for the candle. We need to wait for the, like here, let me just put here we have a shooting star. We have a shooting star, which is a reversal candle highlighting that price is likely to move down. And price, after we have a shooting star here close to the trend line, price moves down and broke our trend line. And we said we don't just enter because there is a shooting star there. We said we need to wait for this candle. This candle. As you can see, this candle. This one. We need to wait for this candle to close below the trend line. This candle which violated the trend line, we need to wait for it to close. When it closes, that's when we can be sure that price is now moving down. Price is now moving in the opposite direction. And when we want to trade the breakouts, the other thing that we need to look at, this candle which violates the trend line, it must be strong and aggressive. What do we mean when we say that the candle must be strong and aggressive? As you can see, this candle, it's a very strong candle, in the sense that, as you can look at this candle, it doesn't have wicks, meaning it's a strong candle. Usually, if the candle which violates or breaks the trend line has a long wick, if the candle was likely to have a long wick and a small body, that reversal pattern will be weak, and in that case, it might be a highlight that price might just continue to move upwards. But this candle is strong. You see, the candle is a long body, meaning it's strong and aggressive. It's also giving us another confirmation, adding to the shooting star that we have, that price is now starting to move downwards. So sometimes price will break, like I was saying that time, sometimes price will break and retest. Sometimes it will retest, it has to come back and retrace the trend line, then it moves down. But sometimes price will just break and moves downwards. Usually, how do we enter? Some might be asking, how do we enter in such a scenario? We need to enter on a rejection candle. You need to enter on a rejection candle. That's another thing. Another thing, you need to enter after you have this confirmation of these reversal candlestick patterns like shooting stars, pin bars, engulfing candles. Remember, it's not always that we have pin bars close to the trend line. I just removed everything. Look what I've done. All right, it's back. So it's not always that we have shooting stars here. You need to read about the candlestick patterns, because it's not always that we have pin bars here. Sometimes you have engulfing candles. You need to know the reversal candlestick chart patterns. You need to go and read them. Then you can enter. You know now that this is crash 300, and when crash 300 is moving down, that's when you can catch spikes. So you know that you are now able to catch spikes. Another important thing you need to take note of is that sometimes there are fake outs that occur. You might think that the price has broken the trend line. Let me just remove this. Sometimes you might think that price has broken the trend line. That's why I said you need to study these candles that break the trend line. If the candle is a long wick, it means it's weak, and in that case we don't encourage you to enter, because price might just continue moving up. So we need to look at the candlestick. Then we also need to check on the volume, because volume adds confirmation. We also need to check, is the breakout occurring on a support or on a resistance level. So you need to also know your support and resistance level. You need to know your support and resistance level, so that you know, is the breakout occurring. So some might be wondering, so how do we enter and exit? After we have seen that the trend line has been broken, we have checked everything, the candlestick, the momentum, the reversal candlestick pattern close to the trend line, and now we are very sure that the trend line has been broken. We now need to know the entry points, the stop loss, and the take profit. So what you are supposed to do first is to come on your trend line and you draw horizontal lines at each place where the price had come close to the trend line, like this. You draw your horizontal lines You draw your horizontal lines like what I'm doing, like this. Let me have these three. So your entry, we said, will enter when this candle is closed below the trend line, because this was an uptrend and it's now broken and it's now going down. So your first take profit should be this zone. How are we marking our our take profit? We are just highlighting all the points where the price is touched or has come close to the trend line. So this become your first take profit. Let me write. Oh, I pushed this. Like this. So this become your TP1. This become your first take profit, and this become your second take profit, as you be selling in crash 300. You'll be selling, meaning you'll be catching spikes, and this become your third take profit. So this becomes our TP1, TP2, TP3. We are just marking points where the price has reached the trend line. Then for the stop loss, your stop loss should be the recent swing high. Because there are some instances whereby price has broken the trend line, but price will still continue moving up. So this one should be your stop loss. The recent swing high must be your stop loss. The recent swing high must be your stop loss, meaning after the trend line have been broken, maybe price will, instead of moving down, price will go back and start moving up. So when you see prices started moving up and reached this area, you exit the trade. You safeguard your funds. So there are a few important points that you need to take note when you are trading breakouts. Firstly, when you are trading breakouts, you don't just enter because the price or the candlestick had broken or had touched or your trend line. No, make sure that you wait for the candle to close above or below the trend line. That's where you can be so sure that the trend line is broken. That's the point number one. Make sure that the candlestick or the price, the recent candle, closes above or below the trend line. That's when we can be certain that price is likely to move in the opposite direction of our trend line. Point number two, like I have said, we need to look for possible reversal candlestick patterns close to the trend line. Make sure that they are reversal candlestick close to your trend line before you confirm that price is gonna move away from the trend line or price is gonna move in the opposite direction. And we also need to look at the breakout candle. We need to take a look at the breakout candle. Usually the breakout candle must be strong and aggressive. What do we mean when we say the breakout candle must be strong and aggressive? It means that the candle has to be strong. The candle is supposed to be the candle without the wick. Usually, if the candle which has violated the trend line has a long wick, it's likely that candle is a what? It's a wick. This is crash 300, and suppose you want to sell because now you are aware that price is gonna move down. But remember, this is on a daily time frame. So the rule when you are trending breakouts, don't just rely on higher time frames like the daily, the 24-hour. You need to move on to lower time frame after confirming that price is moving down. Go to lower time frame, go to 1 hour, go to 30 minutes. If the trend line in lower time frame in 1 hour or 30 minutes also confirm with what you are seeing on higher time frame like the 8 hour time frame or the daily time frame, then it means it's a strong confirmation. Then as you're in crash 300, you can safely sell knowing that price is gonna move down, price is gonna drop down. So guys, this is how you trend breakouts. It's very easy. Just make sure that you check your trend line from higher time frames, also confirm with the lower time frame, then look for reversal candlestick chart patterns close to the trend line. Then apart from reversal candlestick close to the trend line, make sure that the breakout is occurring on a level of support or on a level of resistance. Also check the types of candlestick that are breaking the trend line, the candlestick, the volume of the price breaking the trend line, which is also helps to add on the confirmation of the breakout. If you are new to this channel, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also comment on this video so that it can reach many people. Guys, another important thing before we leave, I'm inserting the WhatsApp group. I've opened a new WhatsApp group, so I'm gonna insert the link in the description. Go click the WhatsApp group and join the MT trading family, where we'll be posting updates, we'll be posting free signal, we'll be posting PDFs about trading. The group is meant to help each other in trading, so just click the WhatsApp link in the description. It will take you to WhatsApp and join the WhatsApp group that we have. Thank you. It's bye bye for now.